They just broke it open recently. There's some article. God, I hate thinking about this stuff. It's so stupid. But basically just how all the growth that happened in the last 3 years because of COVID, all of it, none of it got distributed whatsoever. It all went to the top. It stayed at the top. Stock buybacks. And this is because
they figured it out.
Yeah, they figured out, like, they just kept all the money, so no one has any fucking money anymore because all the companies that made all the money, they just kept it all.
All right.
Well, should we listen to some secrets?
Yeah.
Honey?
Johnny, we have people call in and leave secrets on our secrets hotline.
Okay.
And we thought you'd love them.
I love secrets.
What's your deepest, darkest one that you've never told anybody before? I like the secrets hotline because I feel like pretty much every human being has something that they just don't tell people. And I figure you've told everybody everything.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any big dark secrets.
They don't have to be dark. I'm just saying, like, a memory that's shameful, a thing you don't like talking about. Everybody's got some little
That's
thing.
what you go to confession for.
Oh, yeah.
Were you raised Catholic?
And I spin it, and then it lands on a prompt, and then if somebody in the audience has one, and one of them is your biggest fear. And this woman spoke up, and she goes, my biggest fear is being devoured by a shark. And I began to make fun of her.
Like a thick New Jersey accent?
No, like Charlie Bit My Finger. Like, devoured by a shark.
I will get devoured by a shark.
And I started to make fun of her, and then I remembered a lesson I learned very early in comedies. Never make fun of a person who's talking funny, because you don't know if they're... Did you do heavy medical intervention on the dog? What do you think about... Because I sometimes wonder how much we should do.
Oh, this is a very good question, because it was really hard.
Yeah,
we had to make a decision.
Me about the hospital. I remember now.
You helped
Sorry,
me a lot. Yeah. We found out that we could have had surgery, but she was a big dog. She's 85 pounds, and so bigger dogs.
Yeah.
That stuff is so hard on them, to where it is a thing. There's a lot of certain heart surgeries and stuff they don't do on dogs anymore for that reason, because they realize that this is not for the animal. This is for the people. Because
really?
I was thinking about like this. Okay, if you're a dog, and like if I have surgery, which I talk a lot about in Minnesota Regular Colostomy Bag, because I had my colon removed, right? You know. So when you have surgery,
whole colon?
Yeah, this was 20 years ago though. When you have
by
surgery,
a doctor or just on the street?
It was this guy named Greg.
Oh, Greg! I know Greg.
Cool.
He's great.
Can you tell him to call me? I'm trying to get hold of him.
Yeah, we're in touch.
Yeah. But if you have a person that has surgery, you know when you wake up from it, like the pain. You're in pain, but it's part of this thing. I'm gonna feel better.
Right.
You have a conception of time, and you know what's going on. If a dog has surgery, when it wakes up, it feels terrible. It's like it doesn't know this is for the best. It just feels like terrible, and
it could die during surgery when it could have died in like a more peaceful situation.
It's not just that it'll model a good relationship for him. Like, that's just you saying that. Oh, it'll be good for us to go on a date because it'll model good dating relationship for our kid. Forget him. Forget your kid. He's not. You guys need to go fuck in a hotel, like,
or on a farm,
or on a horse.
We were all abused, so we're trying to
reacting.
break the generational trauma and be better.
But sometimes I do think that sometimes we go so hard on trying to break the generational trauma that we go into this like little prince or little princess for us situation where it's like, this is
I Googled today, can you be too good of a parent? Or can you love your child too much?
Totally.
Like, I'm just like, because I'm like, we kiss her all the time. We read to her whatever she wants. And it's just like, and she knows too, like, can you please say goodbye to me one more time?
And they were like stuck on this idea that if they look away from their kid for 1 second, he'll fall in, like you said, fall into the abyss. And like, the truth is you can create an abyss by staring too hard at a kid. That's how I
also
always
think
felt.
more and more that the whole nature versus nurture thing, there's not a lot of nature. I mean, it's not a lot of nurture.
You think it's really?
I think it's mostly nature.
Yeah. Well,
I think it really is.
I think the thing about nature,
a lot.
The thing about nature is you have to like weave a basket of nurture to put the nature into.
Yeah.
Like you can be nature this kid and be raised with love and boundaries, and then turn into like an ADD, turn into a comedian.
Totally.
Or
right.
you can be ignored and rejected and turn into a murderer.